So just wanted to finish up this last problem we were working on, the first codominance one. So we have FB, 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 FW, and FW, FW. And notice we have one of each of these and two of these. So that's their genotypes. And you have to have these numbers in front of them. What do they look like? That is their phenotypes. We have one black to two checkered to one white, or you could have said 25, 50, and 25%. Now for the next one, for the blood typing problem, I actually wanted to try to do this with you while you watched. And what you were doing first is this is one allele, this is another allele. Remember, I made these for you, or you could have made your own. So this is one version of type A blood. So I superscript A, that's the dominant allele, little I is the recessive, and we were crossing that with a type B parent, in this case, a heterozygous type B parent. And then all you're doing is bringing this down and bringing this across. So I have IA, and then I have IB. Again, just like with dominant and recessive that we learned, if I have an IA or IB, it comes before the little I. And do the same down here. And then finally, my two little I's and this last one. So this is what's really interesting. We had a type A parent and a type B parent. But notice that we have the possibilities of having one of each type of blood type in the offspring. So they have a 25% chance of having AB blood, B blood, A blood, or O blood. When it comes to writing the genotype and ratio and the phenotype and ratio, literally just copying these down. So I have one IAIB, one IBI, little I, one IA, little I, and one, two little i's. And what does that translate to? This is type AB, type B, type A, and type O. So that tells you that we have yes for all four blood types. So people who have type A and type B blood with this genotype can actually have children with any of the four genotypes. It's genetically possible. If you want to pause and open up your X-linked traits, that's the last one we're going to go over, and hit play when you're ready. Okay, we're now ready to look at X-linked traits. Remember, these are different in males and females because females will have two copies and males will have one. It tells you in the practice that in fruit flies, red is dominant to white. So that's why we have a capital and lowercase. And we're crossing a white-eyed female with a red-eyed male. So all I'm going to do now is use my pieces that I went ahead and made for you, and I'm just going to bring one down and one across. Remember, if you have a capital and a lowercase letter, you have to put the capital one first. If you have an X and a Y, you're going to have to put the X before the Y. If you don't do this, one, it's not going to be technically correct, but more importantly, it'll mess you up when you're getting ready to do this next part. When it comes to writing the genotype, you need to make sure that you copy. Notice these are both the same. So you have 2X big R, X little r, and then these are both the same, 2X little r, Y. And this is where a lot of you didn't follow the directions and include males and females separately. So you have two red-eyed females and two white-eyed males. It's not enough to just say the eye color. You also need to say whether it's male or female. So notice that all the males born in this family will have white eyes. All the females will have red eyes. So now we're ready for looking at the second problem or third problem actually, but the second one we're crossing a red-eyed heterozygous female with a white-eyed male. So we have our Punnett square already set up for us, and notice we're just going to bring them down and bring them across. Remember, if you have a capital letter, it comes before the lowercase letter. And if you have an X, it comes before the Y. And so again, make sure that you separate your males and females. So notice you have one red-eyed female to one white-eyed female to one red-eyed male to one white-eyed male. And with the last one, we have a orange male with a calico female. And make sure you have your Punnett square set up correctly. That's where a lot of you made mistakes.